Attention, the following broadcast has been approved by Outcasted OC. Viewer discretion is advised. Incoming transmission in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the latest edition of the Outcasted OC podcast, and today you are going to be ranking this podcast top of the tier if we're ranking all the podcasts that we've done so far, because we're going to be doing our own tiers on, well, I don't know yet, because G and Ross has chosen, so then they haven't told us yet. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be so good, and I can't wait to get involved in all of it. So say hello to the rest of the guys. Say hello to me, obviously, and let's get on with it. Ross, G, tell us what we're ranking today, baby. Let's go. Woo!
Hello, all. So we have about 1, 2, 3.
Maybe
4,
don't
5,
tell them.
6.
Just bring it up on the screen and we'll
We
go
have
through.
6 different tiers we're going to be ranking today, guys, but we will be doing them one by one, and it shall be very fun. So the first one is just general wrestling, because they didn't have specific just WWE. So there will be one some of you guys don't know, some of us will know, but I want to do this one because it'll be fun, because there's new and old. So our first one of the day is, let me put it in presentation mode so you guys can see it better.
We're ranking laundry powder.
Yeah, we're ranking. Hey, we are not sponsored. We are not sponsored. So we are going to be ranking the wrestling factions.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm going to make it full screen so I can see it.
Yeah, I have zoomed it in.
No, if I make the stream full screen for me, I can see everything.
Okay, so you guys can see all of this, yeah?
Yeah, you might need to tell us who each person is, but that's okay.
Right. Yeah, there will be some you definitely recognize, and if I can't name them, I'm pretty sure Reese can.
So what are we ranking factions here?
Yes.
Yes.
Just
Ooh.
in general, what we like of them, what we don't, where we'd put them if we know them, and their influence in wrestling.
Obviously,
So,
you know. Yeah.
The first one is the Four Horsemen, which
Right.
is very old school pillars of wrestling.
I was going to say they're like the pillars of wrestling.
We got Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and who was the other person? Who's the other person in Four Horsemen? Oh my god,
I can't remember because you said all the ones I remember.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
I only know Ric Flair.
I'll look it up, guys.
No, I swear Ric Flair wasn't in the Four Horsemen.
He was. Of course he was.
Ric
He
Flair,
was.
Tony Blanchard, Arn Anderson.
Yeah. I mean, there was different variations of it. I mean, at one point, Voldemort was in it.
Yes.
Ollie Anderson.
Ollie Anderson.
Yes. Yeah. There was loads of different versions of it.
Yes,
but
the Voldemort
say
of wrestling.
Voldemort?
Yes,
Yeah,
the Voldemort
he who
of
shall not be
wrestling, we
named.
don't talk about him. Yeah, he who shall not be named.
Do you know who that is, Lauren?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to message it you?
So
I'm
simply
pretty sure I have an idea.
no,
We
you're
can talk
100%
about
you
it
know who
later
it
on.
is.
You
Right, anyway.
definitely know who it is.
Oh,
Pulling
it's the
off
one that
that
went-
person, like
it's
he's
the
already been
one
given
that
enough
went,
airtime. Right, okay, right. Four Horsemen, right? For me, not S tier, A tier. I mean, you've got Ric Flair there. The other people are amazing. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, 8 pound down.
All right, so I'm in a heavy agreement with A because they really paved the way of how a team can work in wrestling, and all their careers alone had match after match, which really shined for them.
I've been down for Four Horsemen in A tier, 100%.
All right.
Like, I don't think it's S.
No.
We're all in agreement in A tier, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So after that, we have the wonderful Impact's own Aces and Eights.
Yeah.
They are a solid B for me, and the only reason why is because AJ Styles joining them made it pretty good.
Yeah, but you've got it. Like, come on.
I would.
Come on.
It's just it's right. Why would I have Budweiser Light when I can have Budweiser? Aces and Eights would just let's take Bullet Club and mix it with Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, no.
I mean, to be fair, Aces and Eights were going around. They started around the same time as Bullet Club, right?
No.
No, Aces and Eights.
Because AJ Styles joined them, and AJ Styles was in Bullet Club well before he joined Aces and Eights.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'd put them below B. Simply just because it was like the lead up was great, and then when Bully became the champion and joined and became obviously was the leader of Aces and Eights, that was great, and then it fell off the cliff so quickly. Like after that, it became ridiculously stupid. Like
I'd agree on that. Yeah,
I would like compare it like equivalent of when about 100 people started to join the NWO.
yeah.
And it was like, who's the Indian Aces and Eights?
It kind of sounds like it's overstayed its welcome at that point if more people are joining than the original.
Started doing that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say C, but like, I mean, I don't know.
No. They still had some good matches, and they did bring guys to the product. I'd at least give them C.
There's literally 2 members I can remember being in the Aces and Eights: Bully Ray and Ken Anderson.
all right.
That's all I'm saying.
Bully,
I'm gonna say C.
AJ, Wes Briscoe, oh my god, Eric Bischoff's son. Who else was in it?
Lauren, you're the Impact head. What do
Eric
you?
Bischoff's son.
Eric Bischoff has a son that was in wrestling. I didn't remember that.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
you know what?
Ross,
I
he
might have been
started in Impact as a referee.
Oh,
Jackson James.
yes. Okay, no, there we go. Okay.
I might have been.
I'm gonna put Aces and Eights in C. I'm gonna say C.
But that wasn't the collective decision, was
Okay,
it?
what's the collective decision?
I vote C.
C.
You go for C. Wait, all right. Are you going for C as well? Okay.
I don't know much about it, so I'm happy to go with whatever you do.
Right, now we have a very interesting one, and a very high up one for me in the Brood.
Spoopy.
You know me, I love my spoopy wrestling, and it's Christian and Edge doing spoopy shit.
My spoopy wrestling.
They do that.
Now,
spoopy
I would
wrestling.
argue, like the thing that makes the Brood so iconic is the fact they were iconic and everyone remembers who they are.
Yeah.
In terms of Edge and Christian and Gangrel, I would argue Edge and Christian did most of their better work as a tag team after the Brood split up.
True.
Gangrel was the leader of the Brood, and he didn't really do anything. I mean, he was a vampire. Like,
Yeah,
people remember it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You remember the Brood because he had a sick theme song.
And
Yes.
the entrance was.
And the entrance of them coming up with the blood court, like the blood chalices as well.
That's
It was
why
cool
you
as
remember the
hell.
Brood.
I
Yeah,
have
like,
never seen
If
a
Edge and
And
Christian, sorry, go on, Courtney.
I was gonna say, and the bloodbath as well too.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
that gets brought back as well.
If we're being honest, if Edge and Christian turned out to be 2 jobbers after the Brood ended, would you remember the Brood like as much as fondly as you would now? No, you'd look at it and go, "Oh, Attitude Era being Attitude Era."
He has a point. I hate that he has a really good point there.
Yeah.
It's so sad to say, and this is coming from someone who loves the Brood. I love the Brood.
Are we putting them on the same catalyst as Aces and Eights? Come on, Brood are higher than Aces and Eights.
I have never seen a Brood match or anything, so I really don't.
But
have
Edge, the thing is, the Edge must love the Brood because he keeps going back to them all the time with his entrances and stuff.
Of course, it's. I would put the Brood on the same level as Aces and Eights.
Oh.
I would, because I think it's too harsh to say below, but
Yeah.
literally the only reason why anyone remembers the Brood is because of the theme song and the entrance.
All right.
What are we doing? B?
No, they want C.
It's up to you. That's my opinion. I said C. Like you guys,
I'll take a C.
Yeah, I'll go for C.
I'll take a C to make my point of the next one slightly stronger.
Okay. All right. We're going to hear about it anyway.
Everyone's going to fucking argue with me.
Wow.
So now we land on 10 years of a faction and they're still going to this day.
Straight to D. Straight to D.
No, shut
It's below D.
What are you on?
I'm joking. Jeez, chill, man.
you nearly triggered him then.
my brain hurt. You said it past D.
Yeah, but that was a joke. You know me by now. You know, I just joke around.
It's just joke. It's only game. Why you have to be mad?
It's
Right.
all how you
Anyway.
said. It's all
I'm
about the game and how you play
Yeah,
it.
you play it.
I'm putting Bullet Club on the same level as Four Horsemen.
Seeing as though this is your baby, you give us reasons why.
Right. Reason behind it. Bullet Club reshaped everything New Japan needed to be. New Japan was becoming stale because they only focused their Japanese talents and they only focused the same exact three, which were known as the Three Musketeers. They were all great, but Bullet Club paved a way for European and overseas wrestlers to come in, dominate the competition, and get championship after championship. You were meant to boo them. You were meant to hate Bullet Club. And yet you're still throwing up the too sweet every time you see them because they were that good at controlling a crowd and being everyone's favorite bad guys. Look at the leaders it's had throughout its whole run. Prince Devitt, now known as Finn Balor, running Judgment Day. AJ Styles running OC in WWE now. Then you've also got Kenny Omega, who helped form the Elite, All Elite Wrestling, probably WWE's biggest competition right now. Freaking Switchblade Jay White, one of the longest leaders in Bullet Club, and also the first ever Grand Slam champion in New Japan. He is the first ever overseas talent that took every single belt in Japan.
Is that true? I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah,
He's the first Gaijin Grand Slam champion.
He is the first ever Gaijin Grand Slam champion.
I didn't know that.
Damn.
Okay.
That's crazy, dog.
Well, in that case, then I'll add on to that. If you say you're putting it on the same level as the Four Horsemen, like for me, New Japan wouldn't be what it is today without the Bullet Club. It
Exactly.
fundamentally changed a company, like the way they book, the talent that they've got there now, the careers that the Bullet Club actually made, like the 21st century version of the NWO, like they changed the way the whole company was booked. So in that, I would actually argue way more important than the Four Horsemen.
Let's go. Yeah, no, I'll take that. I will take that to the moon.
You're boasting your ego, Ross.
No, because he's agreeing with me and I'm so happy.
No, you're right. They reinvigorated the wrestling scene by the sounds of it. So obviously,
100%.
They deserve to be higher than D.
Yeah, but they had AJ Styles and Finn Balor.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Two of wrestling's greatest champions of all time.
I don't see the problem.
And Kenny Omega and Jay White.
Oh God, they're all terrible.
Oh, come on, G. Whatever. Now I know you're talking out your backside. Come on.
know. Oh, come on, man. That really just...
Did that sting, dude?
Way to make a man cry, honestly.
Literally, I'm like...
Way to make a man cry.
This is my
really
own
dark.
partner
By the
I've
way,
chose
Ross.
to live with, and she's throwing this at me. Yes.
Ross, your screen is really dark.
Is it?
It's just
Oh,
a reflection on
your
how he feels
camera.
right now.
Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it is.
Did you guys
Turn the
see what
light
I
on,
said?
bro.
So good.
He's in the light. He sees the light. There we go.
You said he's looking dark. I said it's a reflection on how he's feeling right now.
Yeah, I know.
I was in the doom and gloom.
Terrible. Right, I'm going to say S. I know Ross is going to say S. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's tier. Yeah, that's
Right.
All
So
right.
Lauren's
Ian
face.
Lauren.
I have no idea.
Well, there's one that I can see, Lauren, that you're going to want to put really high, and I probably won't agree. So
There's two, Courtney. There's one that
I
you
can
don't
just see that
Right,
big,
okay.
that
But
big black hair.
We need an answer on the Bullet Club.
I-
Let's
I'm
go! Yes!
Come on. Too sweet, baby. Let's go.
Dude, sweet!
All right. Anyway,
Right.
let's move it on.
Now we have the Blue World Order, a faction I can't remember for the life of me.
No, right. It
so-
was an ECW one, dude, with Blue Meanie and Stevie Richards.
Oh my god, it actually was. Oh my
Yeah. Oh, S tier immediately.
No.
Blue Meanie, mate, he was there just dancing like with his belly out. It was fucking
The
great.
fact I had to fight to get Bullet Club to S and we're saying Blue Meanie is an instant S. No, bro. No, that's a hard C, brother.
I could see.
I have no input on this one.
It's a
Okay.
joke faction. Come on, like.
It was made to take the piss basically out of the NWO back in the day, back in the
Yeah.
CW.
I only know Stevie Richards as Dr. Stevie in TNA, the whole like Abyss's therapist.
Oh yeah. That was actually a good gimmick. He had that going that time. I like.
I'm
Yeah.
willing to accept a D because they're not as good as Aces and Eights.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. Can
Shut up.
someone clip him
Guys.
saying that he accepted
Shut
the
up.
D?
Reese
Shut
accepts
up.
the D.
Oh my god.
Oi,
He's
oi.
taking applications for a D.
Yeah. Leave him in the comments.
No, that's gross. I don't want to see D's in the comments.
Yeah, no, we don't want that
These nuts.
unsolicited.
Yeah, we do.
No,
Right.
no, they're leaving the applications in.
Alright.
DWO baby. Let's go.
Right.
We
I'm
honestly have to get back on track.
I'm gonna grab some that you
so
guys
unhinged.
know more because there
Mhm.
are some here
I
you
think we
guys
should do
don't
the
know.
Shield.
I was gonna say, let's grab Shield. What are people's thoughts
Aye.
of doing the C?
Nah, S
Aye.
tier straight away. S tier
Aye.
straight away. And I will argue this.
I would agree.
You know
I
why?
would agree. Yes.
Because
I
they
agree.
came on the scene and they absolutely changed the wrestling industry.
Yeah.
And 10 years later, they are all three at the top of the industry across their
Yes.
companies.
Yeah.
Can we also state their whole original thing for being the Shield was meant to just be CM Punk's bodyguards, and they outgrew CM Punk, built
Mm.
themselves on their own, and became arguably one of the best three-man groups to make WWE even question, should we make a trios belt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like even like to the point where like you look at like the impact that the Shield made, like when they were having the trios matches, like I'll always remember that match, like Team Hell No and Ryback versus the Shield in that TLC.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
You had the Wyatt family versus the Shield in that.
They also
couple
had
of
so many good matches with the New Day as well, too.
Oh yeah,
Facts.
exactly. Yeah.
Bangers, yeah.
And what they just went on to be. I mean, even while that. I mean, you talk about their accomplishments now, but like even while they were there, you had Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns as the tag team champions. You had Dean Ambrose, who was one of the longest reigning United States champions while he was in the Shield. And like that's just impressive as it is. They were undefeated for a long, long time. I don't remember. I think the first loss was to the Wyatt family as a trio. And then you went on, like, Roman Reigns, obviously, we know what he's accomplished in his career. Seth Rollins, we know what he's accomplished in his career. Dean Ambrose is currently probably AEW's biggest star, like, arguably. Like,
We love Moxley.
all of them
Moxley is the
are the
GOAT.
next generation of, like, stars in one group. Like, there's no debate in the Shield is an S tier, for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
To add on to that, and one of the rivals that was mentioned, I'm going to take the Wyatt family for us to do next.
Ooh.
All right.
And I'm going to say an A.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you as well. So I was going
A
to say A
hard
tier
F.
for them.
The
Yeah.
only reason they do not get S is because so many times they were built up, so then they were crumbling down. They couldn't book Bray Wyatt as the leader properly, and that hurt the group because they kept building him to have really great matches, so then he would lose in really bad ways. Then you had Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan kind of joining the family to then not joining the family. It just made the Wyatt family dumbed down towards the end of like them as a group, and it sucked.
It
that
made
they
Bray
did
look
that.
stupid as well.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Bray's just gonna let anyone walk in. It's like, no, he's
Yeah.
not. He genuinely trusted them.
Yeah, and I get that like he was coming across like a cult leader as well, and obviously cult
Yeah.
leaders, you know, like the more the merrier. But with that kind of thing as well, you almost have to like vet the person to make sure they actually are going to be a good fit for the
Exactly,
Wyatt family instead of
yeah.
just bringing
Yeah.
anybody in.
It
Yeah.
was
And
some of the
NXT
best
Wyatt
work
family,
they did.
amazing. And then when it went out to the WWE, like the main roster, it was like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
it
Because
kind of felt like it
NXT
felt like it
Wyatt
was
family.
missing something. Yeah, it just
Yeah, it
felt
really
like there
did.
was something missing.
Just people taking him seriously. That's what it was missing.
Mm.
Like because once Bray Wyatt like he showed the cracks in his armor, and then he carried on losing. It was like,
Yeah,
why would it take this scary trio of weird people seriously?
I'm
Like,
trying
they
to
just-
remember what this Impact team was now. The
We should
freaking
do.
Who was in it?
D-Generation X.
Oh, you want to do DX?
No, the Impact one, Ross. Who are you looking for?
S tier.
I'll tell you the Impact one after. That's an S tier. Like, I think we're all in agreement. S
Don't
tier.
even
Absolutely.
think about that one.
S tier, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like. There's no debate on that.
DX were the staple of the Attitude Era. They got away with everything to the point the TV network was like, "Look, we know you're trying to be attitude and edgy, but you need to cut down on your swearing." And they went, "No."
Do you know how
Even-
many times I got in trouble at school for jumping up on a
Don't-
table and
doing
doing
the-
suck it?
Yeah.
Like,
Getting the casual detentions because you've
I was like
randomly told
6,
your
and they were like,
friend.
"Do you know what that means?" And I'm like, "No," but I'm gonna do it anyway.
But DX said it, and DX are cool.
And here's the thing
Yeah.
as well, there was. This is how talented Triple H was, and like the foresight that Triple H had even back then before he became creative, like years and years later. Like you had probably the biggest star in the company at the time, Shawn Michaels, go out with an injury, like a back injury, and like DX had the potential to crumble there, and he had the foresight to step back. And fair play to Vince, he allowed him to build his own faction out of that. And he got X-Pac back in. He got the New Age Outlaws like in there. Like,
China.
Oh,
it just
God.
became an entirely new DX. Like if you look at the Shawn Michaels and Triple H DX, it's completely different than the Triple H version of DX. It's amazing. It's like the difference is crazy, and they're actually the same. They're the same group, but it's totally
Don't
different.
forget-
It's great.
China as well too. She
Yes.
was
Yeah,
a
China-
part
about
of
to
the
mention
original
China.
DX as well too. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, China. Like,
Yeah.
you like the original DX with Shawn Michaels and Triple H wouldn't be the same without China.
Oh,
Like
no,
she
definitely not.
was like she was like the person in the background who was just like the solid oak of like that like faction. You had Shawn Michaels who was
Yeah.
the sexy boy, world champion. You had Triple H who was also his like. You had Triple H who was like, you know, he's kind of sidekick at the time, like who was like, you know, just like let's just take the piss. And then you had China there, like always stood there behind him with her arms folded, and they would always just take care of business. Like, it, like
She
yeah,
was-
China was amazing.
She was ripping Solo before Solo was even around.
True.
China
True.
Sokoa out.
True though.
China Sokoa. Right, here's another one then, and I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. The original and current version as one, LWO.
Oh,
I don't know
I
much
think-
about the original, but I obviously know about the current.
I think A tier. If we're putting both of them together, I think A tier.
Yeah.
I would go for B.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very
Argue,
strong.
argue,
Yes.
argue your point.
Right, I mean, just because LWO, like everyone knows who the NWO is, and if you ask a casual wrestling fan, like they don't know who the LWO are. Like only like the hardcore people who used to watch WCW back in the day really rode for LWO. I mean, obviously you had Guerrero in there, you had Conan in there, like and obviously everyone in that group was so talented, but like they had a ceiling, and they weren't allowed to work
Yeah.
past that ceiling. That's not their fault.
Yeah, I get that.
I think-
yeah.
I think, yeah, when we'll get to NWO, I think it's kind of different. They kind of broke through that ceiling. I'm getting ahead of myself, I know, but the difference between those two is they both were in WCW. One was allowed to elevate, and one kind of wasn't allowed to get through the ceiling.
Arguably, the NWO were the ceiling that wouldn't let the LWO get past it. Like,
Yeah.
so I would argue for B, but that's just me. I'd say B.
Yeah,
They're iconic, and I love the LWO with Guerrero. Like Eddie Guerrero is amazing, and what they're doing now, some great work. What they're doing now.
I was gonna say, I think with the new, if we add the newest group, I think that's what pushes them to A, because they're already
Yeah.
pushing the boundaries and breaking it for them.
And I
'Cause they're
suppose,
getting-
so, but at the same time, they haven't done anything yet. Like,
No,
Not
they're-
nothing
they're
major,
still-
yeah.
not
Happy
yet.
themselves.
Yeah,
All right,
not
B is a good spot then.
they always have room to improve. That's how I feel about it.
100%. Yeah, definitely.
The new day.
S.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
S
Oh,
tier.
I'm saying S. Yeah.
S tier.
One of
You
the
got
best
Xavier Woods.
WWE factions.
You got Xavier Woods in there, who has managed to create his own game in Empire while he's been in that faction.
Yeah.
Probably the
Yeah.
only faction that's never ever going to break up on like sour terms. He's also a king of the ring. He's also also to say a third of like the second longest reigning tag team champions of all time. Got
Yeah.
Big E
Yep.
there, former WWE champion, Kofi
Former
Kingston,
NXT champion. As
former
well.
NXT
Money in the
champion,
Bank winner.
exact
Yes.
Money in the Bank winner. Kofi Kingston's in there.
Former-
Kofi Mania. Do I say more? Like,
No.
Exactly.
like
You need
STFN.
not to say more.
And OGs will remember Xavier as Consequences Creed in Impact.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
And
that
also-
sounded like Kiwi then. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
I remember.
Yes.
I remember.
I remember.
Also,
Consequences
just to add to it as well, they were a faction that were never meant to get over. They were they were put together as a test, and they were told they literally had 2 weeks. And look where
Yeah, and
that's
they
now
made it
got
work.
them.
Probably some of the
Ready
highest
for
selling
some
merch. People.
studios.
And
That's the same as
exactly.
my favorite moment jumping out of a cereal box.
and also 2 of my favorite ever promos ever done in wrestling.
Oh, really? Who by?
Most recently, Xavier Woods to the Usos when he literally talks about "Don't you dare talk to us about pressure," where we're sitting in catering, making your own YouTube channel just so you have something to do in case work doesn't pay out for you. The constant not knowing what we're going to be doing next, building a faction, everything like that. And then the other one is literally the lead up to Kofi Mania. It was the last big one that they said of like, okay, if you want us to go through this gauntlet match, bring everyone you've damn got. And just went in.
I loved that moment. I mean, it links back to the Usos, what you were saying, the rivalry that them two had were iconic.
Yes.
And I love the bit at the end where the Usos was like, we're taking a dive for the New Day because we respect.
Yeah, we forfeit, dog. Yeah.
We
Wow.
fought. Oh,
Another
Chill,
New Day
chill.
moment that like sticks with me is after Biggie won the championship bout and he did that promo and he was like, "One soul up in heaven for me."
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just chills, just absolute chills when everything at the New Day because they're so good, man. Like like if there was a place
It's
of
valid.
yeah. Yeah.
Here's one that is going to be an interesting conversation then. The League of Domination. This was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his family members in a faction together.
No, I
don't
didn't.
know anything about this one.
Wait, in the Nation of Domination?
Nation of Domination, that was it.
I was going to say I was never heard of the League of Domination.
Yeah, Nation of Domination. I misgot their name wrong. It's been a while. I'm more of a normal.
No, it's all good.
No, not for me.
Nation for me. The only things I remember are when The Rock was taking the piss out of the rest of them.
Yeah.
When he was taking the mick out of Farouk. When he was like, I remember the match at WrestleMania 13 when it was Ahmed Johnson and the Road Warriors versus the Nation. That was a good match. I just don't really remember anything iconic about it. And I remember Owen Hart being in there for some odd reason.
That was really weird when he joined.
I remember the really racist thing that DX did and came on.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, that was so bad.
The only one I remember that was relevant was Rock's promo when he walks out and it's like, "Oh, you people chant 'Die Rocky Die," and that's when we knew he turned heel alongside them. Yeah, and I liked that promo. That was strong, but yeah, they kind of felt weak for a long time as a group. They didn't compel me.
Yeah, exactly. So the Nation for me, like, I mean, you had some strong people in there. You had Mark Henry. You had Godfather, who was at the time Calvin Mustafa. Before that, he was the
Papa Shango one.
Papa Shango, like, he really great guy. Farouk is in there, like, of the APA, former world champion himself. The Rock, for me, it takes him above. It takes him. I'd put him in the same bit as the LWO, like a 1997, 1998 Attitude Era faction that people remember for the great members, but they hit a ceiling and never rose above it.
I'll agree on that. I'd say B is solid for that.
If everyone else is down for that, because obviously, like, I also remember the Nation, like Ross was saying, for like this is what really give the Rock or Rocky Maivia at the time his legs of like being a heel.
I don't really talk about The Rock very much because I don't really like him, but that's okay. So I can't.
Hey,
really
we're all allowed to not like a particular wrestler.
You don't like The Rock?
I just think he's a bit overrated. Like, I can appreciate everything he's done for the industry, but I just think he's a bit overrated.
No, honestly, if I'm being honest, I feel the same about Austin. Well, that's the conversation.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's definitely a
About
conversation for
penis,
another day.
so-
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did y'all
Yeah,
just say-
sorry, dude.
Y'all did not just say my.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Oh, Reese, we're gonna have words. We're gonna have words.
Yeah, but it's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
Now we'll save the conversation for another day.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole nother podcast episode. We'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
for hours.
Great podcast.
Oh,
Put that
actually,
in
I'm down. I'm so
Put that
down
in the
for
calendar right there.
Things
that. I'm
Unpopular
so
get
down
opinions.
for the
so
controversy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Unpopular opinions podcast. Put that in the
Oh
calendar.
God, we're
Eva
getting
is the
cancelled.
goat.
No.
Oh God.
She
Right,
is a
it's been-
goat. She's not
Right,
the
it's been
goat.
good, guys. I'm logging off. Yeah.
Right, NWO. Are we saying A
Yes.
or S?
Yes. They
Yes.
changed wrestling
Yeah.
forever. Man, there's no
Yeah.
But
conversation
also,
about it.
can you guys, because I watched a video from Wrestle with Andy yesterday, we were talking about like the greatest heel turns, and like because the whole Hulk Hogan was so over in the 80s that when he turned in the 90s, everyone like loved him, but he was getting to that point where people felt like he was overrated. And
Yeah.
then when he turned, it reinvigorated his career. And I think in the video, he said it's like you grow up with this toy, you get used to this toy, and then you don't want to play with it anymore, and something happens with that toy, and then you're like, oh no, I want it back, kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think the
Yeah, yeah,
inclusion of Hulk Hogan was really good because it gave the stable and the faction that
he was originally
unpredictability.
scared to be a heel as well. He openly stated he
Yeah.
was scared to be a heel. He didn't know if it would work.
Do you know how the
and he
conversation
fucking
actually went down,
sold
though?
it. No,
He
I
said,
don't.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Is that where that actual joke came from?
I don't know.
Well,
I just
I think that
it's
was
fine.
Bret Hart at WrestleMania 9 or like WrestleMania 8 or something.
That's not gonna work for me, brother.
I mean, I'm totally wrong. He's probably said that 1,000 times during Hulk Hogan's career.
Oh,
Probably.
God. So here we go. Here's gonna be the controversial splitting of everyone in this group. The Hart Foundation.
Can we just clarify who the members are that we are talking about, just so that we can figure out like? what
I
direction
would
we're
say
Go for the
Bret
original.
Hart, Owen Hart. What's Natalia's dad's name?
Jim
Jim
Anvil.
and Anvil
Jim
Neidhart.
Anvil,
Bulldog.
Bulldog, and then I would say Natalia. I would say Natalia as well.
Mm.
No.
Natalia takes it down.
God
Yeah.
damn, guys!
I
y'all
hate
all-
to say it, but you're right. She does.
Are we
I
putting,
love Natalia.
Brian Pillman in there? Because he was a member of it for a little bit.
Oh, see, if Brian Pillman's in it, then it's putting it up for me because Brian Pillman really definitely.
All right,
changed
take out
wrestling
Natalia,
there.
put in Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
We'll make it fair.
But Brian Pillman's in another faction in this photo here that we can see.
Oh.
Yeah, he is. I mean, even without Brian Pillman, I would say A, the Hart Foundation.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I would for Owen Hart. Owen Hart in general, like he was
Yeah.
a tacticianal god in the ring.
You've got a situation here as well where, and it's kind of like NWO, but not on the same level, where they've been trying to reinvent the Hart Foundation for 25 years, but they'll never get the original back.
Yep.
They'll never do the original. And like similar to NWO, like you can't fix what was already a great idea. I mean, you had Jim, who was the heavy, you had Bret, who was the tactician, you had Owen later on when they were a heel faction, who was just Owen Hart, like the you know, the black heart of the family. You had Bulldog, like who got joined it through marriage. He was kind of like the Bloodline, but like in the 90s, but Canadian.
Yeah.
You are obsessed with the bloodline, Reese.
Can we just have one podcast where they just don't get mentioned?
No, we can't.
No.
No, never.
I'd agree.
Oh,
Courtney,
do you know what?
Oh,
Next week's podcast, Reese won't be here.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Neither
I'm
will
gonna
we.
phone in while you're doing it.
We're here next week.
Oh no, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I'm gonna phone
But
in
our,
while you're
our
doing
special
it.
guest does love the bloodline, though. So
I'll tell
Oh
you
god damn
we
it. We
can put
still
Ross next week and just have a girls' podcast.
I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, that's
well, you just put a
awesome.
wig on and be like, I'm okay with that.
Girl. Don't even play, girl.
I mean, by the way, guys,
You sound more like Joe Exotic right now.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
oh god.
I have a Joe Exotic t-shirt. I freaking love him so much.
Have you?
Carol
Oh my God,
Baskin.
Courtney,
Carol
when your life is over, you need to
Carol
send me a picture of it.
I'll put it
I
on.
mean, you've put that in A, guy, Ross. Like, does everyone else agree with that? Like, I mean,
I only put it there as like, well,
Yeah, no,
you
I
said
agree.
I said I.
I agree.
Yeah.
Can we do a couple like quick fire ones as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Ross, what was the impact one that you were asking about? That you didn't
So
know?
it is Sting, Kurt Angle,
Main
Big
Main
event,
Papa
Event
Pump,
Mafia.
main event mafia. Yeah.
Main Event Mafia. There we go. What are we putting Main Event Mafia in? Quick
B.
fire.
B.
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 B, definitely overrated as hell. Main event mafia.
Nexus. I'm putting them in C.
Overrated as hell.
B.
Yeah.
B.
I'm saying
Literally.
C.
I'm
yeah, I
saying
think
C.
they could have done more.
What? The
Literally.
only good thing in Nexus was Wade Barrett and freaking Daniel Bryan.
That's
Don't
enough
tr-
to be in B. That's not
No.
to be in A. Never mind
Heath
B.
Slater as well. Heath Slater.
Oh, Heath Slater as well. All right, that's three of
Okay,
them.
B.
No, it's not a B.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
C.
B.
They did nothing.
Shut up.
They did nothing.
Okay, I'm
They
B
did
as well.
nothing. They lost
Bye.
at SummerSlam and then they lost again. And then Wade Barrett got buried under a pile of chairs. What did-
Okay,
Sid
and
Sheffield-
Roman Reigns did everybody else to fight his battle, so shush you.
And Roman Reigns is the longest reigning world champion of the
And
past
Roman Reigns
25
did
Evolution.
years.
everybody else to fight his
Evolution.
battles.
Evolution is
tier.
A for me.
I
You're
think
saying
S tier
S.
because it created two like new coming stars, Batista and Randy Orton, who wouldn't have had the success that they did if it wasn't for Evolution. Obviously, reinvigorated
true.
Triple H's career, and obviously Ric Flair in itself.
And the story
think of-
angle of the thumbs
think of-
down.
Think of how many good like feuds we've had from
Yeah,
the faction.
Yeah.
Come on,
Nah.
quick.
Right,
Let's
Legacy.
Oh, I don't
A.
see.
A. I
I'd
thought
say
like,
A. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
was part of one of the greatest storylines of the 21st century. Like all three of those
Plus
people.
Ted DiBiase was in it. Do we need to say any more?
Yeah, but he's
Um,
also like being
oh
charged
God.
for fraud. So
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. I'll forgive you.
The Olympic. What were they called? The Olympic ones. It's Kurt Angle, Shouting
Team
Benjamin,
Angle. Team Angle.
Team Angle. There we go. Yeah.
I
I'd
actually
say
thought that was a picture of the British invasion for a second.
No.
super talented trio. I'd say a C though.
No,
Yeah,
I'd say
big
B. I'd say B because Kurt Angle carried fucking them two.
Yeah, but just
really-
because Kurt Angle carried it doesn't mean
All
that
right,
it
all right,
fits
all
him.
right.
I mean, I wouldn't say carried because you had Hoss and Benjamin, who were a great tag team, but like,
Well, yeah, but you get what I mean. What I was trying to say is Kurt Angle carried them to new heights.
yeah, for real.
He brought them
Benjamin
out
can
of
do
them
that on his
like
own.
mid card.
Yeah,
Don't
Yeah.
worry, you can hear me, sorry.
What was the fuck? What was? Oh, can't remember their names.
hold on.
Wait,
I'll
who
look
is
it up. I'll look it up.
It's the ones where they had the everyone
Right,
popped-
center.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Ross,
Thank you.
You really
Yes.
need to move your cap.
What? What's wrong with
Because
it?
it's making your
You're right,
eyebrows like
Steve.
really pull.
That's because it's too tight. Hold on.
Yeah, right to censor. Let's put that
Mhm.
straight in D. I hated that so much. It was the most annoying thing in the world, and it wasn't even good. It wasn't even heel heat. It was go away heat because it was basically WWE taking the nick out of the censorship rules that were coming
Yeah.
into the TV networks, and it turned all of the great
Tier
characters
list has
from the Attitude
zoomed
Era.
in.
I'm just gonna. Well, yeah, I know. I zoomed it in so you guys could see it better.
Wait, who's that? Who did you put that there?
Now we
Oh.
can't see,
Spirit
I can't see S and A. I don't know if it's the same.
Because it's scroll. I have to scroll up to show it.
Oh.
He
Spirit
just put
Squad.
Spirit Squad. Yeah.
I'd put it as C. I didn't mind the Spirit Squad. I thought
Maybe-
Nothing.
no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, but they served the purpose. I mean, you had people there from OVW, but they served the purpose. They had great feuds with DX. They had great feuds with Shawn Michaels when they were Vince McMahon's like heavies. They were better than the right to censor, dude. Come on.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy to think that out of the entire Spirit Squad, like Dolph Ziggler's the only one that's still in WWE.
Yeah,
Right.
that's weird,
If
right?
I'm not
They-
mistaken.
Yeah.
Kenny Dyke's just there, but he's a producer.
Okay, fair.
How was it?
So this is going to be an awkward one. The Radicals, because there is a certain person in it.
Who?
D.
No,
No, because Eddie Guerrero's in it. So
That's
D.
very unfair. Like I would say, the Radicals at the time. I mean, one of them was holding the Intercontinental and the European at the
Yeah.
same time. I'm pretty sure they
Um,
both held the tag team titles. The Radicals, I would give them a B.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
back.
I've put them in B because I think that's where they land nicely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just talk about them, but like not include that specific person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you can talk about. I'm not right. I'm right. You can talk about his wrestling accomplishments, but as like
Yeah.
Yeah,
his
as a
accolades,
person, yeah,
screw the person, but his wrestling accolades you can talk about for real. Yeah.
yeah.
If anyone
I'm down with that.
wants to know what we're referring to, Paul Heyman literally made the best quote of it. If that's your boy, F you. But wrestling wise, it was one of the top 5. Would have made him a
Yeah,
champion.
I remember it's from Inside the Ropes, isn't it?
Yeah, literally one of my favorite things of sit down like wrestling
Right,
conversations.
Let's go.
Go,
Right.
go, go.
Were you in a rush for G?
Well, no, because we've got more to do,
40
don't we?
minutes in, and we haven't even done one list yet.
So-
Un-Americans.
D.
Who are
Yeah.
they?
It was
Exactly.
It was Christian. Oh, what's that guy that recently joined Twitter and he's blown up from it? Because everyone loves
Christian,
to meme
Lance
about
Storm,
it.
and Test won it.
Yeah, there we go. Lance Storm.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they were
Who's
crap.
it?
They were rubbish.
Right. There are some that you guys don't know, and I'm going to do the Japan ones that only me and Reese are going to be able to
Right,
talk
we'll get on
about.
with it then.
LIJ.
Oh, Lij, right? I would probably say I'd say A or B.
I'm saying A, bro. LIJ were the ungovernable of Japan. You weren't meant the best way to explain them very quickly, because obviously we're doing they were meant to be hated, but you couldn't help but love them, because if you felt like a weirdo or an outsider or just not the norm, they fit that mold and they proved it. And arguably one of the best wrestling stories in Japan of when Evil turned heel on Naito, which they were best friends throughout all of LIJ.
Okay, but how do we have Fortune above Nexus? Although Scott Steiner's one-liners were funny.
Fortune were crap as well.
Right, the Elite.
I didn't say Fortune. I
The
said
Elite.
The Elite. S tier, dude.
The
S tier.
Elite. Yes.
It's
A
the
D tier?
Bucks and Omega.
Shut the front door. D tier. Get in a bin.
Yeah, the Elite. It's the Bucks and Omega. What can you say more about that?
Bucks,
They have
Omega,
amazing
Hank-
matches every
I
single
agree.
time they step in the ring.
Actually, no. Can I put it to A tier because one person literally made it complete now sad boy hours. You know exactly the wrestler I'm on about. It's another one we don't talk about.
Yeah. All right, fine. Put it in A. But they had great matches. They all had great matches. Though.
Oh yeah, but obviously when the group started crumbling as soon as AEW started, it was like, oh, for God's sake, can we not?
Yeah. Okay.
Right, Suzuki Gun. This is another one for me and Reese.
No, I don't know too much about these. I'm not gonna lie.
It's Minoru Suzuki. It's Minoru Suzuki, Lance Storm, Desperado, Zack Sabre Jr., and a couple of others.
Oh Jesus! Right. Okay. Well, what would you
Lance
put that as?
Storm.
I would put them no, not Lance Storm, Lance Archer, sorry.
I was gonna say because Lance Storm's like retired.
B.
Right, okay.
I put them in B.
No, that's fine. I mean, I know who they are. I just don't know much about them.
They were solid. They had good things. They just weren't ever booked to get any further than they did half the time. And Minoru Suzuki literally made them kind of the coolest fucking guys. And then we're like, look, we're not getting anywhere as a group anymore. I'm calling the group quits.
Okay, dope. Right, well, there you go then.
LAX. Anyone know this one?
I know LAX. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
LAX
would you
was
two
great.
put LAX as? Because I know LAX for Santana and Ortiz and Homicide.
Conan. It's Conan, isn't it?
Oh, is it Conan as well? I know.
He was in LAX.
I know Eddie Kingston joined it for a little bit, and I know Homicide was in it.
Yeah, Hernandez was in it as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And Rosita, better known as Zelina Vega.
Yes.
I'd put LAX as
B.
I'd- A or B for real. I thought they were great in TNA.
They were great, and I think that's really what gave kind of Zelina, like it really, everyone got to see kind of what she was like, obviously before she got her big break with WWE. But she wasn't bad.
I don't even know these two. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, my mic's in the way. Who you pointing at?
The blue.
The one that's next to Job Squad.
Oh,
I can't work it out.
Anyway,
No,
we'll leave that one.
yeah.
If we can't work them out, we'll leave it. That looks like freaking. Why is the insane clown posse there with them?
ICP were like
They're going
all
in
over the
deep.
wrestling community at one point.
They're going in deep then.
Yeah, they're going in there. Forget that. I can't be bothered. But yeah,
TMDK, I want to put in B.
you can put that in B if you. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That
Jonah,
TMDK, yeah.
Jonah carrying them. Also, Zack Sabre Jr. is now the new leader for them. And they are also a Kiwi and Aussie group mixed together. So,
Yeah, because they were in
Love that.
TM61. Like, are they at the top?
yeah.
Yeah, in NXT. Yeah, they were great there as well.
Chaos. That is Okada and Shinsuke Nakamura's faction that they made.
Again, I don't know too much about these, but like just Okada and Nakamura sounds dope.
It's a bit.
I would
It's a
say
bit.
B because I remember Okada's TNA matches and he was really good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Kingdom. By the way, Adam Cole was in Kingdom for
Yeah,
a
he
long
was.
time, and then he betrayed them to join Bullet Club.
Is that the one with Maria Kanellis and all?
Yes, Marina Kanellis, her husband.
I
Kingdom
don't
was
like.
good, man. I'd put Kingdom at the same level as Chaos.
Okay, yeah.
I like Kingdom.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Hi.
It
It looks so grumpy.
Damn, does anyone know any of these ones at the bottom? And we can go from there.
No idea.
I don't recognize them. Sorry. Oh,
Job
Damnation.
You know the Job Squad with Al
Oh.
Snow and all that, with Al Snow, Kurgan, and everyone.
I do not
In the Attitude
remember.
Era. Like, literally, the jobbers of the Attitude Era, they were the Job Squad.
Oh, they go see then because they were jobbers.
Yeah, they were dope, man. Like, with Al Snow, like he had head and everything while he was in there.
He got what now?
What does everybody want? What does everybody need?
Not me. I'm all good.
What
Thanks.
was Damnation again?
I have no idea. I just thought I'd recognize the name. That's all.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but I can't.
Yeah.
Is it Ron? Is Ron Simmons in it? Maybe. I don't know.
Damnation.
I'll look it up. Let me look it up, guys.
I'm gonna say, by the way, Team Japan. I'm gonna put that one in C because Ricochet, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Suzuki are in that.
What's that one? The last one on the left, on the right. Sorry.
What? SDG.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't remember SDG. Let me.
Can you leave my
SD.
pen alone?
Wrestling faction.
I am
Cat
not
trying to steal my
familiar with any of those. I mean, I might be being stupid.
Five.
But
Can you leave?
Okay,
my-
no. So Damnation is a Japanese independent scene wrestling faction.
See, I didn't remember
I don't.
them.
I can't pronounce the people.
Either way, that
Fully
is
butchering
our list.
Right,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
you
yeah.
put it on screen and take a screenshot with us all in it so that it
What do
can
you
go
mean?
on the boy Geo.
Oh
Would
yeah,
you-
hold on.
Reese, what are you doing?
Finn Balor.
Yeah,
Dude,
there you
Dude,
go.
what? No, you can't do that.
There you go.
Can we all make a face? Can we all like
Yeah.
smile?
Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1. Make a face, guys.
Oh, for God's sake! Hold on. Right, everyone, keep their pose because I have to screenshot it.
All right.
Right, stay still. 1, 2, 3, go.
Are we good?
And we have it. Nice.
Boom.
I have the first one.
I was worried I was going to stay like that forever.
Oh, you were just like.
Yeah, because I was waiting.
I love how we just did that live as well. That was funny. Okay,
Yeah.
move right. Next tier list, baby. Let's go.
Right, I've downloaded
Anyway.
the tier list as well. Right, your next
What is it?
one.
What is it?
This one, it will
We
be
have
very
a
quick.
shorter one this time.
Oh
What
no,
is
it
this?
will be. Right.
Oh, here we
So
go.
this is going to be a fun, debatable one, by the way.
I am looking for a pet sitter, actually.
Yeah, Clive, where you going? He's got
Right. So 2023 pay-per-views, ones that have already happened and
Ooh.
ones that are going to
Ah.
happen, where we're going to rank them of what we thought was good and what we think is going to be good. So first of all is WrestleMania.
Well,
Those
WrestleMania
Hollywood.
can go in bad because Cody Rhodes lost.
I think it could have been legendary, but I think it should go in great because
Yeah,
of the fact
it
that
should go in
Cody
great.
didn't win. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna put it as
I'd put it.
A, but like the ending was so good, I think it has to go in S.
I would have actually put it
I
in
think you
good.
have to go on S.
I
is
genuinely
the
want to
bin.
put it in good. Am I the only person who's like it was mid? Like I'm in the middle for this WrestleMania.
Yeah, this
yeah, I
WrestleMania was
agree.
kind of
I
mid.
think okay. So in my opinion, night one phenomenal.
Oh,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it so much. It was
Night
so
2 wouldn't
good.
load for me, so I can't comment.
Night two, I kind of feel like there were some things that could have been different and some outcomes that could have changed. For me, the way I describe it to people is night one felt like a Triple H mania. Night two felt like a Vince McMahon mania.
Yeah, and
Let's
the
think about the
problem-
matches. The matches that stood out though. So we had what do you call it? We had the tag team match at the end, which was really good. We had the Fatal 4-Way men's tag team, which was really good, surprisingly really
Seth
good.
Logan was really good too,
Yep,
actually.
Seth
was
and
really
Logan
good.
was absolutely fantastic. I mean, what else was good? I can't remember anything else.
The matches were great. The wrestlers performed phenomenal. It's
Yeah.
the outcomes that let it down.
yeah.
See,
think, yeah.
this is the thing. I don't really agree. I thought Cena versus Theory sucked. I thought obviously
Yeah,
Omos and
but-
Brock sucked. I thought the
Okay,
women's
so-
Fatal 4-Way sucked.
With Cena and Austin Theory, Cena has now spoken out since and has basically just been like, look, my body can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't perform at the same level that is expected for sports entertainment. And within the last 20 years of his career, sports entertainment has actually elevated so much. And he said, you want to leave it better than you found it. And he basically just said that WrestleMania is probably, that's the best you'll ever see him. And he's okay with that. So I'm grateful that he's aware of the fact that he can't give everything that he wants to give to the industry anymore, not because he doesn't have the time, but because his body can't physically take it.
because
He's
his
done
body
20
can't do
years
it
worth of
anymore.
intense wrestling. His body can't take it anymore, and that's fine. But
Yeah.
I mean, Austin Theory did a good job, and I think for the match that we got, I enjoyed it. It was more about the emotion and the storytelling behind it for me than it was about the actual match itself. You know, it was Austin Theory trying to prove himself to Cena, and Cena almost had an answer for everything in the sense, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad Theory got over. I mean, because if it was any other outcome, it would have been stupid. I'll give it a pass for that. I'm just thinking of any other matches on that show that were going on.
I think
Here we
Damage
go.
Control and the Legends as well as Becky, I think that could have been better. I enjoyed it, but I think it had room to improve for sure. And I think because Lita and Trish haven't been in the ring for a long time, they had a little bit of ring rust. But also Trish Stratus was actually performing with a torn hamstring as well too.
Oh God.
So-
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She had spoken about it on the Out of Character podcast with Ryan Satin a couple weeks ago. So
That's
she actually had a
crazy.
partially torn hamstring during the match. So she still wanted to go. So I mean, for the effort that she put in, it was good. But yeah, I just think I felt like something was missing as well. I can't put my finger on what it was, but
Here is my point, and this is why I deduct it lower. You build a really good story that is so many fans are going to really love this coming back. You bring back the original silver steel cage. You bring back the demon. This is the demon's redemption arc. And then what do you fucking go and do? You book it so wrong.
Yeah.
You booked Edge to win. It wasn't Edge's moment. It was Finn's. It had everything to make that Finn's. And I'm still questioning why Edge didn't go, no, I'm putting Finn over. And especially the fat man had 14 staples put in his head and went, yeah, carry on then.
But that's the thing with that match too, is if the 14 staples hadn't happened, the outcome could have been different. But because of the injury that happened within the match, you almost have to think that maybe a quick finish was called on the fly as well too. And I also remember how excited you got, Ross, when I told you in the group chat that the silver cage was coming back.
Exactly.
I was stoked. I was like, thank goodness, because I can't see through the red cage. But I'm honestly, part of me thinks that the match did get called to an early finish because of the injury with Finn.
Yeah.
Which
thought he
I'm
was
pretty
finisher.
sure that's what it was, though. I'm pretty sure that actually did happen. Like that's
So I mean, Finn
Which
could have
I'm fine
potentially.
with. Which I'm fine with, but they could have done it when Finn hit that coup de grace, because he did hit the coup de grace from that really high up place.
I remember
He
that.
could have got the win from there, not
Totally.
Edge getting the win. Like,
Exactly.
if you're calling the match quick, you could have still gave it Finn and then rushed him out after. Because
but it's also whoever called the match as well too that wanted Edge to win.
Well,
so
I'll
it's
bring
on
another
them.
match up as well, though. Another match that was like should have been booked better, but it really wasn't. And you got Asuka and Bianca. That was awful.
Yeah.
You
That
literally-
one,
you had no storyline, and it was the fact that Asuka had come back as a new character, or brought it back from Japan. It never got brought up that Bianca had the title year that day. It it was
No.
the fact that it should have been the unstoppable force versus the immovable object storyline, like because it
Yeah.
always works, and they just didn't care about it, and it was like,
Yeah, and then
aha,
they tried to do that whole coexist. Can they coexist? Which I think is the laziest booking trope in wrestling
yeah.
history.
God, it's
And,
so
and
annoying.
I can appreciate the fact that they're trying to bring it back because it has been confirmed that Bianca and Asuka will go up against each other at Night of Champions. WWE posted about it earlier.
Yeah.
My thing is if you're gonna do it again,
Build
put
a
some
story.
storyline into it.
Yeah.
And
build
there's
a
also
damn
rumors
story.
going around that the Bianca could also potentially be turning heel and going back to her NXT heel character as well.
Give
So
me that.
also there's rumors that the Street Profits might also turn heel as well.
I think Bianca would work really well as a heel.
She would. Like,
So
she
she
went
could
really
be
well
like,
as a
she
heel
could
in
say something
NXT.
along the lines of like, I was champion for this long and you guys couldn't even acknowledge that. You guys couldn't even appreciate it. I worked my ass off,
Exactly,
all
yeah.
this stuff, you know? So I think it could work, but
And the fact that she's became a role model to these kids, her turning heel, the amount of kids that like hearts would break and the heat she would get is crazy.
it reminds me of when Bailey turned heel. They could do it the exact same way. This is giving me the exact same feeling. She is so over with the crowd as a babyface that if you're going to turn her heel, it's going to break so many people's hearts and she's going to get so much hate, but she can kill it. Anyway, let's get back to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I'm gonna argue my point of still saying it's in the middle and it was good.
Yeah,
there
I
were
agree.
the outcomes and some of the way it felt like, as you said, the Omos Brock, that felt like it didn't need to be there. Other wrestlers should have got the opportunity. Bobby Lashley, Bray Wyatt, because of the Bray Wyatt situation, Bobby Lashley just not getting anything. LA Knight was meant to have a thing with Bobby Lashley, like a little promo thing off.
Think about this, though.
That didn't happen.
Think about this. What was better this year's or last year's? And I'm going to say last year's by a long,
I'm going to say last year's.
Last year's.
Last year's had a lot of good moments for me.
Amazing. It was amazing.
Mania, baby.
It was one of the best manias I've ever seen last year's. I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah.
It was
I had chills watching it. Yeah, I had chills
every match, all night, both nights. I thought they were fantastic. And this year, I was like, after every single match, I was like, okay.
I think I think if you look at just the card itself before the matches, I think like they screamed banger, but like you say, it's the outcomes that really changed my opinion.
The match that carried WrestleMania was Sheamus, Drew, Gunther, 100%.
Also, do not forget Charlotte and Rhea. No storyline behind that match, but that match was freaking phenomenal. It was insane.
For the first 10 minutes, it wasn't, because Charlotte was literally sandbagging Rhea, but then she picked up the pace and actually gave it to Rhea and worked it.
Yeah.
So are we in agreement saying good or what?
Yeah.
Does everyone else think good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right.
So good, right.
Backlash in Puerto Rico.
I thought it was better than Mania.
I'm gonna say legendary.
I'm saying that's legendary.
Because of the reaction from the Puerto Rico crowd. It felt
not even the crowd.
Like it just felt so good. Yeah.
Okay, but like Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, like that was a great match. Considering Bad Bunny is not a wrestler.
Bad Bunny's pop that he got when he walked out is like one of the loudest pops that you ever.
Yeah, for real.
Bad Bunny with his shopping cart just made me laugh.
I know.
Did you not know that was a callback? It's a callback to New Jack when he was wrestling in the ECW. He used to come out with a shopping cart of all the weapons and stuff.
He did, yeah.
I think that crowd just
not like a wrestler, and like he put on such a good match. Like he really did put up a good fight.
Wow. Because of how well the Puerto Rican crowd did, they're actually talking about taking Backlash back there next year.
Good.
I think that's really I think what it is with these international crowds, like I'm speaking for myself as well, because like obviously I'm an international wrestling fan. Yeah. I'm insanely starved of wrestling. If I get the opportunity to go and do it, or if anyone else who's an international fan who doesn't get to see it on a regular basis gets to go and see wrestling, like that's why you get these responses from the crowds, because I hate that, and I know that a lot of people agree with me, but I'm just going to say it. American crowds are insanely privileged when it comes to wrestling, and they do not appreciate it in the same way that international fans do, because we don't get to see it every week. American fans get at least 4 or 5 wrestling shows a week that are on TV with your WWE and your AEW, and then you get
times as well.
all that other stuff. But for international fans, it's like, we never get this, so we want to appreciate it. And when it happens, that's when you get the response that you got at Puerto Rico.
Take another example. Take Clash at the Castle. It was the first UK show returning, and look how ecstatic UK fans were for Edge. I've never heard a pop like that.
But the thing was, we rewatched Clash when we came back the day after on the network, and the way that it comes across on the network was not how it was in person.
It was so much louder.
So much louder, so much more crowd interaction, and that doesn't come across on the network.
Well,
it came across the backlash, though. I got chills the entire time.
The Seth Rollins and the Matt Riddle match on the network sounded so quiet, but like throughout
and it was so loud.
Like throughout the whole match, everyone was singing Seth Rollins' song. It was weird. Like
when Matt Riddle was doing the kicks, we literally heard bro, like every kick he did, like everyone was chanting it.
And they would cut out Bailey's. Everyone was singing "Hey Bailey."
Hey Bailey, I was like, why are they cutting that out?
It's a British thing. It's what we do.
Right. So then we have the Royal Rumble. What do we think of Royal Rumble? That was before WrestleMania.
I'm just trying to remember.
Apart from the two Royal Rumble matches, I can't remember even what happened.
I think it was all right.
Rhea and Cody won.
No,
that's what I mean. I remember that. I don't remember anything else.
Oh so no. It's
Pitch Black, and then they had Bianca and Alexa as well.
Oh, they both sucked. They
KO Roman.
Yeah. I think Royal Rumble should go on all right, just because like there was a few good returns for the actual Rumble.
Yeah, I think all right. I think the actual Royal Rumble matches themselves were good. I just think all the other matches they had were a bit crap.
But Nia Jax returned, and I
hang on a minute.
I'm not talking about her.
Well, all right. Hang on. Let's stop for a minute. Right, you just reminded me of what just happened, and for that, it needs to go in legendary. That fucking face turn from Sami Zayn was the loudest I've ever heard.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Put it in good. I think.
Yeah, that'll put it back up to good. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. All right. Not only did you have that, right? You had a great women's rumble, probably the best women's rumble so far. You had Rhea Ripley being the Iron Woman and then winning it. You had people returning in that women's rumble. That was great. And you had in the men's
wrestling in boots.
In the men's, you had Gunther being the Iron Man in that, being absolutely fantastic. You had that great moment where Ricochet and Logan Paul came off the ropes.
The smash.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Like Cody like did really well near the end as well. Like Seth Rollins like had a great performance. I think it's in legendary. Like literally for that,
I would bring it down to good, to great because of the whole Pitch Black. That match was awful.
And
I like that match.
For me, the Bianca and Alexa match as well too.
I liked the design.
It was good, but I just felt the storyline kind of lacked a little bit.
Yeah,
I liked the Pitch Black match, and I liked the Fiend's like Bray's reveal of his new mask and stuff. But then the whole howdy thing after just ruined it.
Danny, if you're watching, I know you'll have an opinion on the Pitch Black match. Pop it in the comments. What did you think of it?
I hated the Pitch Black match so much.
I liked the cool aesthetic designs. I liked some of the neon paint for the faces and stuff. I liked seeing all the puppets and Howdy jumping off. If he actually fucking landed properly, we would have been having a different story.
My question is, did that match need to be the one that was Pitch Black?
No.
Because of the sponsorship. Could it have just been a regular match? Did it need to be classed
exactly?
Pitch Black?
And the thing was, he could have done it still as like a very scary, dark styled match.
I don't understand what was so appealing about it. I mean, everyone was going, "Whoa, wow, it was so scary." I was laughing my ass off.
It's the same thing with the Cinnamon Crunch Toast match. That was the Mysterio's match at Mania. That was the wrong match to put it on.
Yeah, I don't get
it. You have the storyline of this father and son going up against each other. The son who hates the father, and you want to promote cereal to me?
Hey guys, eat your cinnamon crunch with your dad after you beat his ass.
I just thought it was the idea of the Pitch Black match was crap. I'm sorry, but the idea, the fact that LA Knight was like, "I'll put on neon trunks so Bray can see you better." What?
Do you know the one thing that I've seen said online is that a lot of people find it really hard to come out of a Bray Wyatt feud looking good and actually being able to continue with momentum. And I think LA Knight has done that. Granted, what he's doing now with Rick Boogs is a bit confusing.
Yeah.
But LA Knight has organically gotten himself over since that Pitch Black match. And obviously, as I showed you guys, the rumored lineup for Money in the Bank, which we'll talk about, potentially top 3 in there to win it as well.
Yes, I agree.
So
I think he's got big things coming this year. But as far as the Rumble cut goes, like match was.
I think great. I think we keep it in great.
Yeah, it had good moments as well.
Great. I'm fine with great. Like literally, we've got one of the biggest pops of not just this year but of all time in Sami Zayn.
Elimination Chamber.
I think it's in great as well.
No,
I think great. I
thought
think
that
there's a
was-
few. There's
I
a
can't
few
remember
good.
what happened.
So it was the 5-way match with Johnny Gargano, and it had Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins.
There we go.
And Damian Priest and someone else. And then that's when Logan came in and stomped Seth. Austin Theory was in it too. And then you had the women's one as well too. Then you had the massive pop that Sami Zayn got for that match against Roman. What else did we have at Elimination Chamber?
You had Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Which was terrible. I thought the women's one was pretty terrible as well, I'm not going to lie.
It is legendary.
I think it needs to come down a little bit.
No.
Yeah, maybe do great.
How is it legendary?
Why is it going in legendary?
That men's freaking 5-way match. The spots they
one
did.
out of 5 matches was amazing. That doesn't make it a legendary pay-per-view.
She's got a point.
Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. Everyone was fucking on the edge of their seats thinking Sami was finally going to do it in his hometown.
That's what I thought too. And then I got really angry at the end and just threw some shit in my house. So
I mean, I won't lie, I never thought for a second he was going to win. But
No.
the was nice.
Okay. I think great. I think great. There's a few
I'm
things
going
that
to
would
say great. Like
I
great.
can't remember, so
All right. Let's move on to Night of Champions. So now I've got the card on my phone, so I can just run through the matches that are going to be happening. So you've got Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes. Then you've got the Intercontinental Championship being defended against Mustafa Ali, so it'll be Gunther Mustafa. Then you've got the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship that's going to be up for grabs with Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. You've got, which has just been announced this morning, Bianca Belair versus Asuka. You've got Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch happening, and you've also got the tag titles being defended. So that's KO and Sami Zayn versus Roman and Solo. Speculation is going to be Rhea Ripley versus Natalya for the.
Why Natalya?
Because they've got heat. They've got beef. If you've watched Monday Night Raw, you'll see it. If you watch the Raw beforehand,
what is your issue with Natalya?
Okay, my thing.
Phone in the ring. Stop phoning in the
My
ring.
thing for Natalya, she's a phenomenal wrestler. She's a workhorse. She's got that family legacy.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like at this stage of her career, she should have had more accomplishments. And I know that's really hard to say because, they don't get to choose what they do. They have creative control. I understand that. But for somebody who is that established in the wrestling industry and has been around for a very long time, I just kind of feel like she should have done more. I know she's been in every single Royal Rumble match. She's been in Manias the last couple of years. She's been doing all of these things, but she's not a credible champion anymore or a contender for a championship, in my opinion. I just feel like putting her in with Rhea Ripley is not going to help Natalya because Rhea's just going to rip her to shreds.
Yeah.
And my thing is because Dana Brooke went up against Rhea Ripley and then Natalya came out and it looked like she was trying to make the save on Dana, but she walked out to the ring really slowly. What I would have liked to see is I would have liked to see Natalya help Dana Brooke in her training to go back up against Rhea. I feel like that would have been a better idea than putting Natalya up against Rhea because we already know what the outcome's going to be. And it doesn't help the fact that the titles are still on the wrong brand.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone's realised that. But
no, it definitely, they are. And it's,
well,
it's weird.
I get what you're saying, Courtney, but at the same time, it's like not Natalya's fault either that she's not getting.
No, I 100% agree with you. I said that.
Natalya, right, okay. Charlotte has had the title like 16 times. Give it to Natalya. Like, what? Why does Charlotte have to have it all the time?
Because
I know, I get that, and that's what I said is that they don't have creative control of these things. They don't, which is why.
Like, it makes no sense, right? That they're like, oh yeah, Charlotte's a legend, because of Ric Flair, but like, so is Natalya.
No,
Like,
do you know what?
Natalia's family has
I
more
honestly,
legacy in the business than
I
Charlotte.
disagree with it. I disagree with it. I think Charlotte's better in the ring than Talia. I think Natalia can't cut a promo to save her life. I don't think she can do a backstage segment to save her life. She literally has no character, like at all. And she hasn't been a credible contender for a championship, which isn't her fault, but she hasn't been a credible contender for a championship for about 13 years.
Yeah. I think what happens with Natalia is they get really hot on her and then they go cold and they go hot and cold, and that doesn't create the illusion that this person is going to be a credible contender, but it also doesn't allow for the fans to actually help her get over and actually want her to succeed, because there's that core fan base that remembers her from Total Divas and remembers her from the early 2010s, 2014, that era. But then there's people in this, who've been watching since 2020 or something, and then they're like, well, who is this? Because there's no continuity and there's no continuation of that character, and there's no continuation of the story that you need to care about this person, because she just keeps getting entered in feuds and then she keeps getting pushed away and you don't see her for a bit and then she's doing this and this and this. She was drafted to Monday Night Raw, but she went and she said, well, I can show up on SmackDown too. So that doesn't even help, because people aren't going to care about her.
There's a loaf of bread that's been found in the ruins of Pompeii that has more heat than Natalia.
Reese, you're such a dick.
Here you go. Here's my two. I waited for everyone to do their rant. Here's my 2 cents on why Natalia fucking bores me. Why I instantly go, oh. As everyone said, literally, she has been in this business how goddamn long. She was in the Divas era and all the way to now, and she had so many momentum moments, these things, and it still doesn't put her over, because as Reese perfectly put it, she has no character, she has no continuity that pushes her and drives her to get in that spotlight. It's literally creative go, hold on, let me answer the phone. Oh, you need a wrestler to just job out for this one quick match. Yeah, okay. Natalia, you've wrestled for a long time. You know how to take a bump really well, don't you? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Natalia. Yeah, we've got our wrestler for the night. Thanks. That's it.
Literally, like it's about 15, 16 years since she appeared. I believe her first feud was against Michelle McCool for the Divas title.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can be in this industry for 16 years, coming from the family that you're from, and somehow you cannot do a promo. She can't do a promo. She's so boring.
My thing is that, it's for people that have been jobbers and they've made their way into main event status. It's like the spotlight's not there, but you have to still find a way to make people care about you.
Exactly.
That's how people like Becky got over. And I know that I always talk about her, but because she's a prime example. She was a jobber. She was mid-card. No one cared about her. And then eventually the fans started to realize that she deserved more, and she took it and she ran with it. If you really want to make it work, you will find a way to make it work. And I totally understand that wrestlers don't have creative control. They get told what they're doing. They can't push back. I understand that. But I think it's also a fault on WWE for not realizing the fact that they actually have a generational talent there because of her dad and because of her uncles. Yeah. And maybe it's because of the antics that went on with Jim when he had his issues going on. I'm not going to say the word because I don't think I can say that yet. But when he had his issues going on, I don't know if that's just punishment for that. I don't know. But a part of me feels really bad for Natalia because I want to root for her. I want to root for her. I feel helpless because she can't get what she needs and what she wants, and maybe she's happy with what she's doing, but for somebody who's been watching her for a really long time, I want more for her. I really do.
I feel like they've just wasted her at this point, and they're just keeping her around because of who she is.
They could send her down to NXT as a coach. She could be super helpful. She did some big work with Cora Jade down there.
Yeah, she did the stuff with Cora Jade. I don't get why they quickly dragged her straight back to the main roster again.
If you want to give Natalia a character, put her down to NXT and turn her into like a Shayna Baszler sort of like crippler character. Like she's a heart. She's great at submissions. Turn her into a Shayna Baszler character, man.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand. Like, why is she just a heart? A gimmick is literally, I'm a heart. I'm the best there is, the best.
She's an eye hair.
Right. That's it for Natalia. Shall we go back to?
I'm saying Night of Champions is in a good position. I want to put it great, but I have a feeling some of the outcomes we're not going to be happy with.
It's a Saudi Arabia
like what? What
Yeah,
outcomes do you think we're not
so-
going to be happy with, Ross?
So here we go. Courtney, I know you're not going to be happy with it. I don't think Seth's winning.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I would love Seth to win, but I think it's split down the middle because the interview segment that they did with Seth, Corey Graves, 60 Minutes style.
Yeah.
If they, like I said in my review, if they put the same energy into AJ Styles' background and making him look like a genuine, credible threat, it makes it so difficult for everyone to know who it's going to be. I'd be happy if it was AJ. I'd love it if it was Seth. Honestly, these two, I do not mind who it is.
As well, Seth was like, we need to change now. So, like, is this shades of Seth turning heel or?
I think I saw someone, because I posted a duet of it on TikTok, and I saw someone saying this is setting up WrestleMania 40 for Roman Seth. If Seth loses at Night of Champions, it's going to push him further to wanting to be the one to dethrone Roman. But I do not think Roman should hold the titles until WrestleMania 40.
Oh God, no!
It could really go both ways because like Seth is white hot. He's white hot. He's getting bigger reactions than Cody. But with AJ Styles, I really think you could book this as like his last chance to win a world title because he's got to retire soon. AJ, he hasn't got that many years left in him. I think Corey Graves said that on SmackDown. He hasn't got that many years left in him. I would love to see AJ with a world title. Like he had when he had the WWE Championship when he first came to WWE. Great world champion. I'd love to see it, like have him like one last ride with a world title again.
I'm happy with either. If Seth wins, that's awesome. If AJ wins, that's awesome. But like it's so split down the middle at the moment that it's so hard to like actually definitively say who's going to be the champion coming out of it.
The reason why I said I don't think Seth is going to win, obviously because this comes on the back line of what was revealed and what set he was currently on. Marvel shoots are intense. They are several months in the making. I don't think you could be a world champion at the same time, a dad, and also acting in a Marvel movie. One of them.
But then we also don't know how big the role is, and we also don't know how long he's been filming for.
They've confirmed
the segment that he did with Corey Graves was pre-filmed as well. So
I feel kind of like what Ross said. I feel like as well. I've noticed when they start going into Hollywood and stuff, you can kind of see that they're not really putting the championship picture as much because obviously, like, they can't be in Hollywood making movies and defending the title.
Yeah.
So is this like Seth kind of stepping back a little bit?
What's Roman's excuse? Why doesn't he defend the title?
My thing is that if they knew that Seth had this role, which they would have had to ask WWE for permission, they would have had to line up the schedules, they would have had to make sure there's a clause in there to say that he's not going to get injured to potentially ruin anything WWE related. Why would he have been put in the tournament if this was coming up? Is my thing.
There's a big issue as well where you have to keep in mind what Triple H actually said about this world title. He said it'd be one that would be there every week. So if that is the case, then you would want to have someone have it who is there.
But then if you're going to give it to AJ Styles, and he has to then get drafted to Monday Night Raw, what's going to happen with the OC?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I feel like the OC would just
probably
come
not
with
going to
him.
be in a draft for like a year anyway. So,
but if AJ Styles wins that bout, he has to go to Raw because it is a Raw.
I think he would just be on both. I think he would just be on both. I think he would double duty.
Because Triple H is going back on his words then.
But then it's like the draft could have happened after Night of Champions because you have the two champions for the women on the wrong brand. If AJ Styles wins and the OC moved to Raw, what was the point of drafting them to SmackDown?
I agree.
You're just undoing all of that work that you've just done.
That's why I feel like Seth is going to win.
Okay.
I hope so.
I think.
Well, I don't really mind for that match. I'm like Courtney. I don't really mind that.
I know it's going to be a good match.
Is there one more pay-per-view to choose there, or are we done there?
You got SummerSlam and Money in the Bank.
Oh.
Money in the Bank, I think I'm going to put it already great because one, I'm going. Two, it's one of finally one of the big four in the UK. Two, we've also now got it lined up perfectly with what the men that have been rumored to be in that lineup.
Yeah, should we go through that list?
Is crazy.
I've got the list here.
Yeah, if you've got it, because I was going to try and do it off my head from what I remembered.
Yeah. So the rumored lineup for I can't even freaking
the
speak.
men's
The men's
money
in the bank match. Thank you. It's still early here. Damian Priest, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, Matt Riddle, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Finn Balor, Chad Gable, and Edge. Just looking
Why?
through that list, you already have so much UK talent in there, or
I don't-
European talent.
Why does Cody Rhodes need to be in the Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
it's
he
only
does.
a rumor. It's only a rumor.
I don't think he does need to be, but I
No.
like the idea
I
of it. I
personally-
don't want him to win it. I like the idea though.
I think
I
he was meant to be in
Edge
it
is
last
gonna
year
win
as well.
I personally think Edge is going to win it only because he said that the next run with the World Championship for him, when he loses, he's done. That's it. He is retiring after that. So I think at some point down the line, Edge is going to win the World Heavyweight
I don't want
Championship
him to.
again.
It
Get
needs to be
Edge out.
At some point down the line.
Finn or LA Knight for me.
Get Edge
No,
out.
LA
of the main
Knight.
event
LA
scene.
Knight.
Yeah, I
Edge
want
does
LA.
not need. Edge does not need to be in the main event scene anymore. I'm sorry. I don't care. I love Edge, but I actually don't care about him anymore.
I think it's just one more run for him with the World.
Yeah, but I don't care though. I really don't. Like,
I
I'm not
understand.
especially after WrestleMania, like to the point
Mm.
where like he should have. There was no need for him to beat Finn. There was no need for the
Yep.
Judgment Day and Edge storyline to go on for as long as it did, from the Extreme Rules all the way until WrestleMania. There was no need for it, and like the fact that Edge actually came out of that the victor, which was ridiculous. And now you've got him like possibly in the Money in the Bank, and people are talking about him winning it.
So I have a question for you, Reese, on that one then. With the World Heavyweight Tournament happening as well, because Edge was included, if you were to not put Edge in there, from SmackDown, talent-wise, who would you have put in the tournament instead?
I would have put someone.
I have mine.
It's a good question. That I would have put someone like a Grayson Waller or a Cameron Grimes in there.
I
like,
actually was thinking you'd say that.
Yeah, like just to make it interesting, have like a young buck in there. Like, you don't need Edge in there. I mean, I get the point that like 10 years ago this year he retired like with the world title. He actually never lost it, and I'm like, well, good, that's cool, great story. Like I don't care. Like
I would have had Santos Escobar in it.
Santos Escobar as well would have been a great choice, but with Edge is one of those people where like right now. Get Edge out of the main event scene. He says he wants to go for another year. I thought his career was going to end at SummerSlam. Okay, fair enough. It's not. He wants to go for another year. Okay. Get him out of the main event scene right now. It's too clustered with people who actually should be in there. He should not be in there. If you want to give Edge the world title a little bit before he retires, I'm fine with that. But you need to know the timings. You really need to know the timings. You look at AJ Styles and Seth Rollins right now, two people who are hot. Seth Rollins being white hot. You look at Cody Rhodes, a guy who doesn't need to win the Money in the Bank because he has credibility and he is already in the main event scene, when the Money in the Bank is supposed to elevate someone from like the mid-range up until the main event. That is the whole point of the Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
people like Edge, people like Cody Rhodes don't need that. You don't need it. I don't understand. It annoys me. It really pisses me off when people talk about, I really want Edge to win. Like,
the whole point of Money in the Bank and the whole point of like King of the the whole point about Money in the Bank and King of the Ring is it is, like you said, it's supposed to cultivate talent from that main event, the mid card to the main event, and it's supposed to put eyes on somebody who you've given the Money in the Bank to. Okay, what's this person going to do? How are they going to try and cash in? And it needs to be used to bring up that younger talent. And I think if you put LA Knight on it, I mean, he is like, I'm not going to say he's old because he's 40, but in terms of being on the main roster and having that main roster exposure, he's definitely a lot younger in terms of having that the main roster.
Well, it goes back to what we were saying as well, though. It goes back to what we were saying. Like, age is one thing, okay, and I was fine with Finn Balor being in it because, like, he's in the mid card at the moment. I'm fine with LA Knight being no matter his age. Like, he's in the mid card. He's not had the chance to go up into the upper echelons of the roster yet, and I think like the Money in the Bank could really push him up there. Like,
I feel like he's been getting there, and then something pushes him back down, and he gets back there, and he's almost there, and it's just been so up and down.
Yeah,
since 2016, it's been so up and down.
I said a really interesting one with G, and G was like, I actually really like that. It just came to mind last night. Who are the two that are fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship right now? AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. Who's had a massive feud with both of them and has history with the both of them? Finn Balor. Finn Balor wins the Money in the Bank title, and I said I said if it's Seth that wins, he's got that history, and you make it happen at SummerSlam. Finn cashes in on Seth at SummerSlam, defending the heavyweight title, and when you cost me at SummerSlam, I'm gonna cost you. Yeah. Throw him into the top, throw him into the side, get the belt off him, and do it that way.
that match that they had on Raw, Corey Graves actually referenced that, and then when Finn threw Seth into the I think it was in the buckle, he was like, "How does that feel? How does that feel?"
I
So
didn't forget. Yeah, he was shouting, "I didn't forget." So I feel like that's still not finished the story. I feel like that's the nugget or like the little
I don't like
pay
the
attention.
the little seed in there. It's part of that
like pay
Right,
attention.
shall we move on then?
Mhm.
We're
Yeah,
really off tracking.
I mean, we technically are talking about SummerSlam, so not really. We're doing all right.
We're like an hour and a half in.
I feel like SummerSlam we
Second
can't really judge because they've not announced anything for SummerSlam. Like the only speculation people have is, and I think it's really Becky Trish we know is happening at SummerSlam, but the other one people are saying Roman and Solo versus the Usos for the belts because they think Roman and Solo are going to win.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to say it.
I think it's going to happen at Money in the Bank, not at.
But I don't think the Usos are going to beat Sammy and Kevin.
No, forget that. That sounds so
I don't think Roman and Solo are going to beat Sammy and KO.
I
think they might. You know, I think they might.
I don't want that to happen.
And then Roman and Solo are going to challenge you. So
how is Roman going to carry 4 belts? Paul Heyman's going to fucking stumble, like struggle walking with them. He's going to be like, I can't carry these, Tribal Chief.
Like, but right. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just to get SummerSlam out of the way. SummerSlam always disappoints me. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be good. He really does.
Okay.
Like, it disappoints me quite a lot.
Becky returned at SummerSlam though.
Yeah, no, but it was crap because she.
I still have the video on my phone.
In 26 seconds.
All right,
I still have the video on my phone of me crying when she returned.
Right. What are we saying for this SummerSlam then? Do we think good, great?
I think
good?
all right.
I'm saying
okay.
good.
Right.
We'll keep with good. This is speculation to change once we know closer to when the card actually
Take
happens.
a picture for Instagram.
We can talk about it closer to the time because we'll obviously. I'm not even in the picture.
Everyone pose again because I got to do the. There you go. I screenshotted it.
Boom. Okay. Have we got one more tier list to go, or is that it?
Yeah, I got another little one with only a few.
Okay.
We'll make it. Can we make it rapid fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God. Yeah, you said that last time. You said
no. This one. I had more for us to do because
we can do another podcast on tier lists.
Yeah,
for real. That's fine. Right, come on, let's go then. Let's do this.
Right, let me get the one that I want to do. So this is going to be a fun one. We are going to do the WWE titles.
Ooh.
So this is from.
Is this based off design solely?
Yes, just the design, not its history, nothing like that. Just the designs behind them. What ones you personally like the design of?
Okay, cool. Right, yeah, let's do this.
Right. Can we start with the Divas title?
Then Divas goes to an S.
Yep.
Yes, I love the Divas.
No, it's going in the bin.
I think
Divas is beautiful.
Shut up.
That
it's
was
disgusting.
nicer than the women's title.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put it around your waist, would you, Reese? I would.
It's ugly. It's so ugly. It's a butterfly. It's so ugly.
It's pretty.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, but right. Hold on a sec, Reese. Just hear me out, okay? So the Divas obviously were supposed to be like, the softer kind of version, and then you had the women's championships. So you had like Victoria, who was more rough and stuff. It makes sense. It makes sense why it was made so girly as well.
In no world does it make sense where a people have to fight for a belt. Is it supposed to be look softer and more girly? It's the most disgusting title.
Yeah, but you don't have to wear it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't. But I have to see it, and I'm saying it's horrible.
Well, close your eyes then.
All right,
Ross,
I've got another
one
we can do
right now. Ross, back me up. Give me your opinion.
Ross likes it.
No, I'm not. I'm not giving my opinion because I'm going to get called out.
I swear to God, Ross, if you say you like this title,
right?
No.
All right.
Oh man,
I like the design because of its colors. I like the design because of its color scheme. I hate the font of the Divas part. I actually physically hate that font. That looks like they've took the OG fucking Barbie font and went, let me put some glitter gel and draw it on real quick.
Would you have preferred if it was Comic Sans font?
No, it's just as bad. It's just as bad. It looks like Comic Sans on the freaking belt.
Right, this is supposed to be rapid fire.
Women's
one. Right, just put it in S. You're all wrong. Go on, carry on.
I would have put it
I've-
in A. I would have put it.
I've
in
got one that we can. I really like the look of.
24/7.
Quick.
D.
That wasn't the one I was talking about.
A. Go on then.
24/7 can go in D.
Yeah.
North American NXT North American Championship to S
S.
tier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stunning. I love the brown strap.
Can we put the WWE title spinner belt in D, please? It's terrible. And the only person that
This
ever
one.
looked good wearing it, yep. The only person who ever looked good wearing it was Cena. No one else suited
Oh,
it.
I would give it a C at least.
Here's,
it's
no,
awful.
here's another one.
Awful.
The Saudi Arabian belt is going straight
Ugh.
to B.
I've never even
That-
heard of that belt. Who held
That makes me physically ill.
Braun
All right,
Strowman won it.
NXT Men's Championship to S tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one? You've got
The one that's next to the NXT on the second
this
row.
one. The actual
No.
big NXT. We're
No, no,
saying
no.
that one.
The one that's in the middle. You just missed it. No,
Go back.
back. Yeah, that one. That one.
You mean the UK title?
The UK one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
going
that's
S. That's fucking
That's S,
S.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm so sad they retired that one. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
You're telling me I watched NXT UK every damn week, and then I cried when they finished it. I was like, "Damn you!" Oh.
No.
Okay, this one might be a bit controversial, but the white Intercontinental Champion, I think that's S.
S,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
for real.
that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
controversial.
A.
You're
No,
saying
S.
A.
It's
No.
my favorite
Okay,
title.
so
Right.
if we're gonna do white strip intercontinental, let's do the current intercontinental as well, and we can compare.
Yeah, and it's ugly.
current
I actually like the
Intercontinental.
new intercontinental. I like
alright.
it
I'd accept
on
B.
Gunther. I like it on
I was
Gunther.
going to say, I'd like a B or an A for it.
Yeah, I'd
but-
accept B.
I think A.
I'm saying
I just-
A. If they
I
had
like it
a
on
white
Gunther.
strap on the back of it, then it would be an S.
Oh, beautiful.
Here you
Mm.
go. The women's UK NXT title.
Beautiful S.
Beautiful S. And do you want
I
to know what
think-
makes it extra beautiful? Rhea Ripley was one of the first major people to hold that belt.
She was
Damn
the first
straight.
person to hold it.
Exactamundo.
Let's keep going.
What, have you never heard Exactamundo?
No, I just yeah. There's been a lot
The
happening today on the
ECW?
chat and off the chat.
Yep.
I feel like that could be.
Wait, which ECW title is it?
B.
That's
No,
the
yeah.
World Heavyweight ECW title.
Yeah, I feel like that's an A.
You're- Oh, okay. I would put it at.
I'm not sure I like that one.
I'd
I was
put
gonna
it
say
at
B.
I'd
B.
put
Yeah,
it at
It's fine
B.
as long as it's not D. I don't mind.
B.
Oh yeah, no,
I hate
it
that
would be
one.
a
That one
D.
is
Do we have
ugly.
do we have
Ross.
any titles on here that would be considered D tier?
Yeah.
Ross, controversial. The old World Tag Team Championships. I really like.
Where are they?
Guys,
You
I've
mean
just
these
noticed
ones?
Bray Wyatt's
Bronze
one's not here. The Fiend
Yeah,
one's
I
not here.
literally said to
No.
Ross, "Is Bray's on there? Because that's an S tier."
The
Mhm.
ones that it's like
The ones
it's on the
before
second
that
row.
one.
It's on the second row and it's next to the big silver belt thing.
Oh, those ones. Yeah, no, bro, that's an A.
Yeah, I love them. Hey,
Yeah.
Love that.
I love them ones.
I prefer
Right,
it,
I
yeah.
don't care. I will throw hands for this Cruiserweight Classic belt, the actual Cruiserweights belt,
Oh,
I'm
purple
putting-
strap.
purple
Yeah.
strap. I'm putting
it's
it in
gorgeous.
S. I'm
Yeah.
putting
It
it.
is
It's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
It's so
Thank
pretty.
God.
Ugh, so beautiful.
Okay, but what
hell
about the
yeah.
black? What about the
Oh,
black
yeah.
strap? What about the black strap version of it?
Mm-mm.
The NXT
No.
version.
Maybe
Take it or
C.
leave it.
I'll put it at B. I'd put it at B.
Yeah.
Okay.
The old United States Championship.
This one,
Yeah.
John
Yeah, I like
Cena's
the
US,
one more.
or do we mean
That's
this
it.
US?
Well,
I
either
like that
or.
one.
Either or. I don't like either or, to be honest
No,
with you.
that one's going straight in D. It's the most
That one.
disgusting belt.
The other one I'd put at a B.
Yeah.
Nah.
C. C.
I'd put it at A.
I'd put
Yeah.
A.
Really? Oh, I don't like
I
it.
like
No.
the old United States one.
Dean Ambrose made that belt look freaking stunning when he held it. He holded
It's
it
about
over the
design,
stand.
not the people carrying it.
I think it's ugly. I think the new United States title looks way better.
True. Okay, let's go with that one then. What are we saying? The newest United
I'd
States?
put that in A. The new
Yeah.
US title.
A.
all in
Nah,
it. Okay.
I don't
A.
like it.
Hulk Hogan's Intercontinental belts, the yellow strap on the back of
Beautiful. S. It's beautiful.
Mm.
it. I don't like the yellow. I'd put it.
I
in
like the
love
yellow
it.
on it.
A
I
or B.
love it.
I like yellow.
All right, A then.
Well,
A,
in
A
the
then.
middle, A.
Yeah.
Even then, I don't like it being.
The $1 million championship.
Which
$1
one?
million title, I'd put A.
The $1 million.
I'd put that in,
Sorry, but
bro. That's a fucking D in my opinion. It's so disgusting.
I think C. I think.
C.
So I don't know if this is controversial, but I'm looking at the European title. That I loved that title. I want to put it.
Oh
in
no,
for
this
A.
one, yeah, I'd put that at least A.
Yeah, I love the European title.
What about you guys? European title?
I
Yeah.
can't remember that one.
We saying
Well,
A
you're
or
putting A right now though.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah, A.
Okay.
So I personally think the women's SmackDown is nicer than the Raw.
Okay,
I
but
think
can
it
we-
depends on who's
the blue.
wearing
The
it.
blue sticks out for me.
are we both in
Yeah,
agreement?
this
for
one.
me, it's the fact that there's the blue and then there's the red line,
The
whereas
blue
the
just
red
sticks
line
out.
is lost in the red belt.
yeah.
Yeah,
Are we
I
both
think
in
the
agreement
SmackDown
though?
women's title should have been white as well, then just the red in the middle, or the Raw women's
I feel like-
championship.
Okay,
The
but are
SmackDown-
we all in agreement now that they're
Think-
terrible and they should have new
A
designs?
tier for SmackDown,
Yeah.
B tier for Raw. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. D
No,
for
I would
Raw.
say
Same
I would
page.
say B and C. I think they're both awful. Like they're so
No,
just
I think
normal
the
and average.
SmackDown one is so pretty.
So hot take here. I think the actual standard WWE belt is
Ugly.
there. No,
Yeah.
I like the black and the
I like the
the
black.
W stands out on the black there. You can tell.
But it's just a big W, and it's like, oh god, we know
Okay,
it's
well, let's talk about the
WWE.
gold then. if we
Reese,
want to talk
Reese,
about
say
something.
W again.
W.
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 Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna give a really big hot take here. I think the newest tag belts are ugly as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
I
penny
like the
ones,
golden.
yeah,
I like
horrible.
the black strap golden. Are they gold or bronze?
Yeah, can we-
Bronze.
can we-
Bronzy.
These
No,
ones,
no.
these
Can we-
ones were A tier. in
Hang
my
on,
eyes.
stop. Can we please put the new tag team titles, the penny ones, in the bin, like the crap?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to put them in D?
Yeah, they're in the bin.
Yeah,
the
put 'em
crap.
in D,
I hate
D.
them. I hate
There's
them so
nothing.
much.
There's nothing
Then I don't
distinguishing
really
about
like
them.
that
They,
black one either.
What?
can I just say I don't understand why the undisputed tag titles don't have side plates, but the women's ones do.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Is it?
No idea.
I don't understand that. I don't get why
But
that's.
can
a
we
thing.
talk about the NXT UK tag belts where it
Beautiful.
was this beautiful fucking belt?
Yeah, beautiful.
I don't watch
Belts are
NXT.
just so similar. What the hell? Like
Man, like this NXT, like
I
every
wouldn't
UK
say it was
belt.
S tier.
Yeah,
maybe A tier.
A.
A tier.
Oh come on. Right, okay, A, fine, but they are beautiful.
They are
beautiful.
stunning. Yeah.
Right. Here's my point. Look at all the ones
Okay.
that are in A. Look at all the ones that are in A right now. Are you seriously telling me that the SmackDown Women's and the WWE title look just as good as them other ones? Come on.
Well, you can't
And
have
what
like
should be
all
an
of the
S tier?
men's ones being in A tier and all the women's ones being in D tier because then you'll
No,
get
I'm
people
not.
complaining.
It's not because the men's or the women's. We're judging it on how they look. Like,
But
and I
I
think
like the SmackDown. It really stands
too.
out with the blue
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah, I
It
think
does.
if the Raw had been a white belt as well, I think it would have been a lot nicer.
it's
Or
just
if you
such
had
a
like,
mid-
or if you had like a color. I'm not trying to do this on purpose, but if you had like a color behind the on the Raw one, I feel like
Yeah.
that would have made it stand out a bit.
I
But
just,
it
I
doesn't
just
have
think,
to
I just
be.
think all the belts with the huge W's on them are just such mid designs. Like, it's just a basic
Okay, well,
design.
if we're gonna
like-
go mid designs, Universal. What do we think?
Yeah, it's rubbish.
bin.
I
In the
agree with
bin.
you. I'd put it in D. I think
the bin.
they're rubbish.
You're
I hate
saying
them.
D?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think all of them are terrible. I think every
I think
single
the
think that's
Universal
belt,
looks good on the blue. I don't think it looks good red though.
it looks slightly better on blue, so I'll put it in C. But like, I'm
There we
sorry,
go,
right?
C and
All
D.
these,
Yeah.
all these belts with just big W's on
What
them are
about
just so
the
lazy.
heavyweight scratch belt?
Which one's that one? Is it
The one that's next to the women's championship. I
This
think
one?
that's
Oh no! Oh
That's
no!
awful. It's ugly.
Yeah.
What about the Hardcore Championship?
I'm putting that
iconic.
in.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
put
think
that in
C.
B.
B,
I was
yeah,
gonna
I
say
love
B
that.
because of how like
Okay.
Do you know?
it's so ugly. It's beautiful that
But it's
somehow
Mick Foley's, so it makes
Exactly.
Do you
sense.
know what other
Yeah.
belts are
Makes
missing off
character.
this list? Naomi's glow belt and Daniel Bryan's eco belt isn't on here either.
The hemp one, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, but
literally,
Naomi's glow belt, I think, should have been A if it was on it.
Yeah.
literally the only two big W belts that I would say go in A or S. Like, I think the others are terrible.
Right,
but-
here we go. The NXT one where it was the giant X in the middle.
I don't
I
like
never,
it.
I never
Oh,
liked it.
That was the
I never
first
liked
one, wasn't it?
Yeah. I always thought it was terrible. I thought it looked
I-
It
stupid.
looks awful.
I really liked.
I think if the X was a bit smaller, it would have looked good.
No, I
The
really
X was
liked
just-
the X being giant because it was obnoxious. It made it stand out as like I'm
But
the
my
champion.
thing is that why
X
is
marks
the X? Why is the X that massive for the men's one, but the women's one it's like half the size?
Because
It just looks like it's been
because
designed by a
Courtney-
5-year-old. It looks
Courtney.
stupid.
Because what?
The reason why is because
Why?
NXT was ran by Triple H. Degeneration X. He was telling you to suck it constantly with the X being in the middle of that belt.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nah,
Okay,
it's fine.
okay.
It's fine. I'll take the L on that one. That's just my preference.
Here you go.
Because
Take that.
I'll take
Grab
the
it from
L.
the grab it from the screen, please. I'm not going to hold it
Thanks.
for much longer.
Thanks. There
Thanks.
we go. I've took
Thanks.
the L. What
Well,
are we
we've
put?
got left, Nick.
So what are we
Alright,
putting it as?
Look,
I think. See.
yeah, yeah.
I would at
see,
least give it a B,
C.
man.
No, it's so mid. It's so mid. It looks like it's been designed by a 5-year-old. It's awful.
Amelia could do better than that.
Amelia really
Alice
could.
could do better than that.
Look,
Yeah.
right, hey, here's
I
one.
could do better than that. And I'm
The old
25.
the old women's championship. I thought it was quite nice. I quite like that one.
I'd put that in at
Yeah.
least B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
If they made it bigger, I think if they made the belt like the same size as like the heavyweight belt and didn't like kind of slim it down because it was a women's belt, then I think it would have done better.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Design wise, I
NXT
think it's nicer. I think it's nicer than the ones.
Oh
I've got.
yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
This NXT we're saying,
No, go across two.
yeah,
No, back one.
that one.
That's the NXT
That's the
men's
tag-
tagged. Yeah.
I thought it was. I really like that one.
Is the women's NXT tag titles on here or no?
They're the
Because you've just got the
exact,
regular.
That's the exact same. That's how both the tag belts look.
Okay. Cool.
I really like that. I think it should be quite high up. I like the
I'd say
silver.
A. I like
The
the
silver
white.
stands out with the black, I think.
Yeah. I'd say A.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A for
Eh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna controversial here. The big ugly big gold.
Gold
I'm gonna
belt.
say it's C.
Bin.
Ugh.
Oh,
I hate
thank
it.
God! I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who thinks the big gold was ugly as hell.
Okay,
so
well, if you're
ugly.
talking about the old big gold, what do you think of the inaugural one? Because it's basically
Where is it?
it's not here, but I'm just saying.
Oh,
think
you
like-
mean the
I
new
think
Big,
one?
it's like
way
if
better.
big gold. It's like if big gold and the
Yeah,
world
it's okay.
heavyweight had a baby.
It's alright.
I think it looks better. I think it looks far better just because of the design, like the little designs that they've done, and it looks better. Whereas that
Yeah.
one just looks like they've taken a fat penny and just jumped on it.
Yeah.
Thought you were
Right.
going to say something else.
Just
It
go
honestly-
for the beginning now of the list.
Right, let's.
It
Sorry.
honestly looks like they've taken a big fat penny and they got Yokozuna to jump on it.
So
That's what it looks like.
WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Bad,
Which one is
same. It's the same thing
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
The World Champion Big Eagle.
A
Oh.
or S. It's
I would
beautiful.
put it in A.
It's
Mm.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The
I love that one.
Circular Eagled World Champion.
Also
C.
beautiful.
I would put it in a B. I hate
Okay,
that
yeah,
they
that's
lost.
fine.
It's
Oh.
okay.
I hate they lost the wings coming out of it. Like they trapped the wings in a bigger circle. It's
Yeah,
like making
I'll
it
give you
into
that
that
one.
coin.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Women's
Still
tag team belts. I love the design of them.
S.
I just hate
Yeah, they
that.
are pretty.
I just
F.
hate
Used
that
terribly.
they don't stand it out more. I would love if the back of it was actually a black belt because I feel like the gold and the silver would pop so much more in a black.
I do love it.
Yeah.
Landing on ones that have a black background. The NXT Women's Champion.
A B.
You're saying
B.
Okay.
I think it's better looking. I think it's better looking than the Raw Women's title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I would even say it's probably better looking than the SmackDown Women's title.
Men's
That's just my-
NXT. Men's
my
NXT black and gold.
Same design and it's just different colours.
Yeah.
Well, no, 'cause that's got silver in it. That's got gold.
I
Yeah, because that's the
said-
silver ones.
said-
That's what she said.
What different colours?
Jesus. Guys, please don't fight.
What's that? Wait, is that the original
No more
cruiserweight?
fighting for us.
Ross, is that the original cruiserweight title, second from the end?
Yes, it is.
That is ugly. Put it in the bin. It's disgusting.
No, that's
on.
the original tag team wrestling championship.
Yeah, still in the bin.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
still
in
in.
there. This one is also. I'm sorry, this is also going in there.
What is it? It's just a chunky looking book or something.
It's just the. It's the original WWF championship, like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
heavyweight.
it's not nice. It's not nice.
Women's wrestling champion WF. I'd actually put in C. It had an idea. It just didn't execute the idea.
Yeah.
she had a thought. It didn't work out well.
Women's NXT championship belt.
B tier.
I like that one. That one's pretty.
I'd put
Yeah.
it in B. I'd put it in B. The old NXT tag team where it's half gold, half black.
I
I
like
like-
that.
I
really
love
like
that.
that a lot.
I'd put it in A.
Okay.
Oh, A.
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
I'd
no.
say A.
Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, no, okay, I agree. I just couldn't see it very
It's because how they have like the little sparks coming out for like the tag and team, and like obviously one
Yeah,
half gold,
okay.
one half black to resemble a team. I was like, that's
It's
so
beautiful.
smart.
It's beautiful.
This little coin-looking world intercontinental championship of crap.
The coin.
It's
Yeah, I'm
so
not
bad.
a
It's
fan of that at
so
all.
Bad.
Do you ever go to like? I don't know if Courtney and Lauren probably won't understand this, but Reese and Ross, you know, like when have you ever been to like the Sea Life Centre when you're a kid and you get them pennies and
The
you,
coin press.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
and you
it
like
looks
put a
like
little
one
hole
of
in
them.
it.
That's what it looks like.
I've got one of them in my wallet from Blackpool Zoo.
Just do, you winding the crank of it, and you just crank out a WWE.
Dude, the amount of times I'd screw that up as well, and my mum would be like,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
giving you $2 to get another one. I'm like, Mom.
All right, OG Cruiserweight Championship.
It's ugly. Bin, please. Thank you.
And then we have the
That was quick.
World Heavyweight Champion. This one, the kind of eagle above it, black strapped one.
That's
With your
gorgeous.
name at the
I quite
front.
like that one. That's
Yeah.
excellent. I
Yeah,
love
with your
that.
name at the front. I would put it in at least A.
I'd say
Yeah.
yes. That's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll
I
take it.
remember when Lesnar held that. Like Lesnar held it.
Oh yeah, Lesnar made that call.
Yeah.
Right, I've downloaded it. All right, we're gonna do a pose for it, guys. Do you want me to hold on? I need
Yes,
to
right.
I should have held my bout up.
Count me down.
Hold on.
So I know, because I'm not sitting doing the pose for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, just
Right, 3, 2, 1. Strike your pose. I'm going now. Cool, got it.
So I did the Batista.
I was pretending to hold a bout.
My
Do you know when you did that just then? I thought of the Roman Reigns video you did that acknowledged me.
Oh god.
Courtney, my mom used to have a picture of Batista by her bedside.
Oh, my God.
Where's the God?
Oh, that means she'd never walk alone.
Did she also walk for miles in a pit of danger?
I swear to
I
God, the
walk
picture
for miles
of baby
along
and
this
you have
pit
to
of
find the fireplace. I was gonna find it.
Do you think that Drax would have the same theme song as well?
Oh yes.
Or do you think they have something better?
100%.
You know, I have to
100%.
frame my parakeet by my bed. No, I don't.
Yeah, for
Oh,
all those who
okay.
don't know, I went and saw the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie in the weekend, and I cried a
I
total of
love
5 times.
Not seen it yet, but I've heard it's a lot darker and I heard it's amazing. So
Yeah, I need to
I'm
start
not going to spoil anything for you.
It
I
is
know.
apparently
Vin Diesel voice group.
yeah.
Did not know that.
Fun fact. Do you want to know who Vin Diesel also voice acts for?
Who?
He voice acts the Iron Giant in the Iron Giant movie.
yeah, he does. Yeah,
Not many people know that.
yeah.
I-
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
love
There you
Iron
go.
Giant. That's
I know
one.
Well, anyway, pop culture references aside, I think we had a couple of successful tier lists there. I would have
Yeah.
gone with
I think we need to do an episode 2, and we'll do more lightning fire round ones. And I would
Yeah.
like us to do a pop culture ones as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. Down
I
for
think
it.
we could do an episode on pop culture ones. Yeah.
Mate, I think we would break so many of our friendships with like movie ones or like comedy series ones. Because I have a feeling me and G are going to be like, How I Met Your Mother, we want to put in S tier. And I feel like some of you guys be like,
With that being said, if we're breaking up the friendships, do I need to cancel the best friend necklace order that I've got?
Oh god, I've got so many orders to go back to and cancel. Yeah.
no, God damn it.
Just the fact that you were drinking at that time, I was a bit.
Yeah, trying to nearly get me there.
I've got a wolf.
Yours will just have EST, which means that you are the EST.
I've got a wolf pack, like a load of shot glasses coming that I need to cancel, like in a hangover.
Oh, but yeah, no, we will definitely do more tier episodes. This has been one of the more chaotic but very fun for us.
It's
It
definitely
started off very unhinged.
Yeah, and I still feel it ended unhinged. I think the belt one was the most we genuinely all agreed.
I know, yeah.
They say consistency is key, so
So
Felt
we
like
consistently disagreed.
Keep
Felt
that
like G was
clean.
gonna come through the screen at a couple of points and like kill us. Like,
Just
So
you,
that-
Reese.
no,
That was
okay,
great.
good to know.
Yeah,
Always very consistent as always, G.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bottle of
so-
Sprite.
So next episode we will be doing the predictions of Night of Champions.
It's okay, everyone. You can join that one because Reese won't be here.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
Reese is sadly
I might
not
be.
here with us.
I might be. To be continued.
No, there will still be bloodline
Yeah,
conversations because
will
the
still
bloodline
be.
are on the card, so
Yeah,
we
but
still
like,
have to
yeah.
predict them.
Well, yeah, but like there won't be as much as when Reese is here.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
we'll still
we
have somebody
got
who
a
will talk
special
about it.
guest. Yes,
Yeah.
we have a special
Acknowledge.
guest.
Yeah,
We
stay
won't say
tuned for
much.
our special guest.
We won't say
Yeah,
much,
social
other they
media.
are a bloodline fan, so
I know.
it will still be bloodline.
Hell yeah.
But with
Great.
that, I'm gonna sign us off. See you all next time.
Peace.